And we are still in the companion hall, Jorvasker. We need to talk to the leader. But not before I check the other rooms over here. There's another book. Another one of those giant sweet rolls. They have plenty of food here. I guess wolves need to eat. Huh, Feindal? I wonder if he's feeling awkwardly here. He wouldn't fit in. Sofia doesn't mind. She likes wolves. She likes tough men, I think. Wolf pelt. Why would they have a wolf pelt? If they're wolves themselves. A lot of those Song of Returns. Kick and a diamond. Ooh, this one is actually in a display. Could it be a skill book? I'm not doing this yet. Until I join the companions, then I might try this. Now I don't think they would like it if I got caught. Then again, nobody is watching. I'm very okay. I cannot not do it. So let's save. I think I already did that. Let's sneaky try to unlock this cage. Oops. It's an expert lock though. Crap. Could be rather difficult. It's to the left. A little more. A little up high, maybe? There we go. Okay, nobody saw that. What is that bow? Just an elven bow. It's pretty good, actually. But we won't take it. And that arrow, what is that? If it even is an arrow. The marksmanship lesson. It's a skill book, like I thought. Archery. Thank you. Not going to read it. Alright. Oh, damn. Some performance issues again. Oh, okay. We're back to normal.
We need more drunk people in Skyrim. That would make things 10 times more fun. I mean, why would the guards discourage drunken behavior when they should be encouraging it? A drunken person is a happy person.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Dunmer, the totems of Hircine. There's an off gold value, 30. Hircine is one of the Daedra gods, I think. Volume 50. That's Nightshade. More books. Hagravens, which are very annoying creatures if I remember right. Olaf and the Dragon. I think this game has many more books than Oblivion. I could be wrong, but it seems like it. I guess they recycle. Ooh, there we go. Find Red Eagle's sword. The Legend of Red Eagle. Now we need to read it. By Tredane Dren, Archivist of Winterhold. I know they recycle books from the old games like Morrowind and Oblivion. I wonder if they keep doing that with Elder Scrolls 6. This tale was transcribed from the memory of Clarice Vienne, student of Winterhold. Elements of the legend suggest a date, C1E 1030, though as with any oral tradition, much of it is likely a later anachronism. Curiously, stories of a similar king and his legendary blade appear in the other ancient myths of the Reach. Long ago, a child was born in the Sundered Hills. They named him Faulen, which means red eagle in the tongue of the Reach, for the screeching bird call that greeted his birth and the crimson blooms on the autumn hills. Thus began his legend. Reach child born under auspicious skies, his very name the color of blood. 10 kings ruled the Reach in those days, and though men were free, the people were scattered and warred amongst themselves. The augurs foresaw the boy's destiny, a warrior without peer, first and foremost Lord of the Reach, chosen to unite all under his name. Faulen grew in years and strength, and it seemed the prophecy would be fulfilled. The banner of the Red Eagle was raised along the cliffs of the Reach, and his people prospered. Then came Hestra, Empress of the South, riding to war. One by one the kings stood before her. One by one they fell aside, bending knee in imperial bargains or slaughtered on the battlefield. Her legions came at last to the Sundered Hills, and envoys were sent to bargain for their surrender. Faulen refused to yield the freedom of his people, but the elders were afraid, cast him out, and accepted the imperial yoke. Thus was stolen by the foreign invaders his land, his people, his very name. In the years that followed, Red Eagle became known as the untamed spirit of the Reach, unbowed, unbroken, stained by the blood of his foes. He gathered loyal Reachmen to himself, those who clung to the old ways, who yearned for freedom, and forged a new nation. Together they fell upon the occupiers and the traders by night, disappearing into the cliffs and caves each morn, evading capture. It was not enough. For every Imperial patrol and garrison they wiped out, yet more seemed to march from the green south to replace them. One night, under a cloud-choked sky, the men of the Red Eagle warmed themselves over damp fires of smouldering moss. A huddled, shambling figure came to them, cloaked in rags, face cowled. Though his men mocked and cast stones at the stranger, VioLens sensed something and beckoned. The cowl was thrown back in the dim light, and she revealed herself to be one of the ancient and venerable hag-ravens. She offered power for a price, and a pact was made. Thus was brokered the witch. His heart, his will, his humanity. From that day forth he was a spirit of vengeance, pitiless and beyond remorse. The rebels grew in strength and numbers, and none could stand against them. VioLens' eyes burned coldly in those days, black opals reflecting a mind not entirely his own. 2 years passed, and the foreigners were all but driven from the Reach. Such peace could not last, however, and a great host fell upon them. A swift army of invaders unlike any before. For a fortnight Hestra's generals laid siege to Red Eagle's stronghold, till he himself came forth for battle, alone and robed in nothing but his righteous fury. 1,000 foreigners fell before his flaming sword, and the enemy was routed. Yet when night fell, so too did he. The warriors who came to him said VioLens' eyes were clear again on that final night. He was taken to the place prepared for him, a tomb hidden deep within the rock. With his remaining strength he presented his sword to his people, and swore an oath, fight on, and when at last the Reach is free, his blade should be returned, that he might rise and lead them again. Thus was given for his people, his life, his dream, his sword. But when every debt is repaid in blood, these shall be reclaimed. These he shall reclaim once more. And apparently that's what we need to do, and it's kind of epic. The Oblivion Crisis, is that about the events in Oblivion? I think it is, which is very cool. Very cool. Mythic Dawn. Yeah, that was an awesome game, wasn't it? Oblivion. I think Skyrim is the superior one because of the gameplay, and it has more stuff, but Oblivion has its charm, really. I guess, you know, one tends to bow to the old games. But yeah, Morrowind, Skyrim, Oblivion, they are each very great games, and they have their own things to bring to the table. The first two games were rather, you know, that's like a grind. Arena and Daggerfall. I think they became good at Morrowind. So there's miscellaneous quests. Red Eagle Sword, not even a normal quest. Alright, interesting stuff all around. Yeah. Where did we come from? From over here. This is where the leader sits. Let's leave him wait for some more. Nice bunks though. Clothing. What the hell is this? Potent stamina poison. Look at the size of that thing. Probably because it's potent. The Windhelm letters. An exchange from letters between Thessalonius and Raylia. Ruins, gods and worship. Lycanthropic legends of Skyrim? What the hell is that about? Lycanthropy, oh, that's the werewolf thing, right? That's called lycanthropy, is that what it's pronounced? I'm not sure. Nords arise. What is this for? Propaganda. The Imperial suppression. Alright. Nords arise. Let's try to stay neutral. I know at some point you need to make a choice between Imperials and Stormcloaks. Not for the main quest, but I'm not sure what I will choose come that time. Maybe I'll split my save game up to do them both. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Is this like a tiny tavern, which is very cool? I like how they made this place. Whoa. Song of the Return. That's a lute, not a flute. Anything on the counter? No. Well, let me see. Go to the leader now. There's probably something going on. That's why they still sit there. Usually there's like an event going to happen.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear.
Does
We
drinking
can
milk
overcome.
make me a milk drinker?
Half my brother and I are.
I'm confused. I drink
But I
milk,
don't
but
know
I'm
if the
also
rest
tough
will go along
and drink
quite
as
so
much
easily.
meat as the other Nords. So
Leave
what
that
does
to
that make me?
I didn't pay attention because you were blabbering through it. Something about, was leave me the last thing he mentioned? Vilkas.
Great. Another ambitious visitor. You think you can just wander in here and join us?
Actually, I do. Where do you stand on the war? I met your brother, by the way.
There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword.
Yeah, who are you?
You'll hear some of the brighter faces around here talk about honor and glory. I've got nothing against it, but for me, the promise of coin is what feeds my blade. Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own honor, we'll take up their burden.
His eyes are a little off as well. Only white.
To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jürgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect.
They were having pie. I think I like your brother better. And look at his face tattoo. We'll talk to you after this. Can I join you?
I don't know if you're capable, and I don't have time to find out. If Kodlak will vouch for you, I might have some work you could do.
Awesome. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Kodlak over here? Yes, Kodlak Whitemane. He looks epic.
A stranger comes to our hall.
Well, before we ask this question, let's ask about the war.
Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself.
Yeah, okay, they still like to stay neutral, but I think they're more fitted for Stormcloaks.
Your question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of thing some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path.
Why did you join?
Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy.
He considers me a boy. Sure, I'd like to join you. You know, turn me into a werewolf.
Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle?
It's not like I really love the werewolves, the companions. I know at this point, if you were to play the game for the first time, if you're looking at this, not knowing Skyrim, I can hardly imagine. You might not know that there are werewolves. Like the first time you're playing this game, you think the companions, is that like the fighter guild? And yeah, now we know. At some point we can turn. You dare question my skill? Well, I didn't do much yet, but I can handle myself. I have much to learn too, but
that may be so. This is Vilkas. He will test your arm. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye.
Very enthusiastically. Take up arms. Train with Vilkas. Is he waiting for me? He might be. Okay, we'll meet him outside. He's eager to train with me. He runs for it. Or he's running away from me. Alright, so he wants to see me display my battle skills.
So you're the strong silent type, huh? I bet you must love me talking to you all the time. Then again, who could resist spending time with me?
Ugh. Giant toe. Yeah, you're a charmer, you know. Look at that thing. Horker attacks. The Horkers are those what's the name for that? I'm looking for the English word. Walrus. Those are walruses. The Firmament, that's a familiar book as well. Ice Wraiths. A lot of books they got. What is this? Song of the acclaimed Man? Never heard of them. Ancestor Moth again. What the hell is that? Daedrahard. Song of Rormir. Two-handed. Not what I need, but fine. Must be some epic Viking Nord warrior. More books up here. Troll Slaying. By Finn. Ingol and the Sea Ghosts. Is that actually a map of Skyrim there? I think it is. What's the other book? The Hope of the... Oh yeah, we know that book. Great Harbingers. Of what? The Harbingers. A lot of death bell over here. Okay. The map of Skyrim over here as well, with the cities highlighted. Bleeding Crown. Got more books over here. Volume 24, which is rather expensive. The First of the Revolt, and there's that tasty apple pie. Did you make it yourself? Don't you need flesh? Yeah, everybody's... You look more evil by the second, Feinal, with your eyes.
Vilkas will see if you're worth our trouble.
Yeah, sure. We'll highlight that quest. Train with Vilkas. What's behind this door? Another bedroom. The master bed. Ooh, did I see? Yes, I did see. Okay, close the door. I've seen that right. No, Feinal, idiot. Close the door. No. Okay, everybody come in now. Oh man. Is he watching? I don't think he is. It's not actually stealing, like it's considered a quest item, so you can take it anyway. Is that it? Haha, it's the second one we found. I think there's a third one in Whiterun as well, in Dragon's Reach, but we still need to get there. I think there are 24 in total. Ugh, I hate cheese like that. Alright, Sofia, shall we go? Cleaning lady is in here as well now. Who are you then?
This is a place for warriors, new blood. What brings you here?
Cure?
What
Where
now?
do you stand on the war?
None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of yards.
Alright.
Ask any fool around here and get a different answer.
Apparently.
Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade, drunken rabble. Take your pick. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. I just hope they don't kill each other.
Maybe it's time for you to step away.
I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial City. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over, but I wasn't much good at anything other than fighting. Wandered around as a blade for hire. It was a damned good one, too. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. But I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks. I'll take my leave then.
Good for you, Skjor. Whoa! This again. Some spots, these performance issues come back. Just want to see if somebody's manning this bar yet. Nope. Cleaning lady. Alright. I think he's... yeah, he's at the back entrance. I haven't spoken to you yet, Torvar.
I haven't seen you before, have I? Have we met? I'm sorry if I've forgotten.
Who's in charge? I know who's in charge, but you gotta ask him.
In charge of what? I'm in charge of me, and you're in charge of you. If you're looking to join up, Kodlak's the one to be talking to.
They don't really like hierarchy, don't they?
We're the best damn fighters in Skyrim. At least, some of us are. A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The companions let me fight for gold, and so I fight.
They're a happy bunch, aren't they? Not sure why even one would want to join them. What will join them? Who are you then? Nyada Stonearm?
Oh, it's you.
We can ask her the same things.
You don't just waddle in here and get to speak to the boss. Who do you think you are? If you want to embarrass yourself, I won't stop you. Kodlak is the Harbinger. He's the closest thing you'll find to a leader around here. Are you looking to join? I wouldn't get your hopes up. The short answer is, we fight. The long answer is, forget it. You're not worth my time.
Oh man.
So I wouldn't have to answer stupid questions from idiots.
Alright, I'll leave you alone.
then.
You're by far the most cranky one.
The people of Skyrim have very dirty minds.
Oh, this again.
They say the most innocent of things and they all get the wrong idea. I suppose you're a bit like that as well.
Wait, what? What am I like? This is creepy. Stop doing that. Oh, Sofia. I like her though. Still raining. 3 p.m. That's a long rain day. It rained from 12 a.m. to 3 p.m. Alright. I think the rain is somewhat done. Let's talk to the man.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Oh, come on. Battle music. I'll just take a few swings, that's it. What the hell?
Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Yorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are.
Chores. What about that thunder though? That scared me. Give Vilka's sword to Earl Yorland. That's the guy on the Skyforge right there. Sure, we'll do that. But first, what did you give me? Vilka's sword. It's better than the one I own, the mace I own. Guess we can't use it for ourselves unless we just leave now and... Wow, that's... loud thunder. As it should be. Where's the lightning though? And this guy is probably outside because I need him to be for the quest. Or else he would be running inside because nobody in their right mind would be outside right now. It looks pretty. Dragon's Reach over there. Alright, let's talk to the man.
What brings you here?
Vilkas sent me with his sword.
I'm guessing you're the newcomer then.
There we go. Does Vilkas always send newcomers on errands?
Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the companions.
Not necessarily. Are you a companion?
Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Yorland Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel.
Yeah, we've talked to you before, remember? About your son? Alright, someone has to be in charge, though.
Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor.
Ysgramor?
Is the harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group. But every man is his own, every woman her own.
I'll need to be going. What is it? Can barely hear him.
I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me.
Yeah, because of your son. Yeah, I'm happy to lend a hand.
That's okay.
Bring Aela her shield. Guess we're being a servant. So now we have a shield. Aela shield, which is very good as well. Do I have that weapon on me? Where is that weapon? Oh, we don't need to bring it back. Oh, the weather is so bad. Is that part of the quest? It is, actually. Alright. Not sure where she is. Let's check out my map. Aela should be somewhere around here as a servant. Find the evidence. We still need to do that. Talk to the Jarl. Alright, people.
My poor Frally, I think Thoron's still alive, but I know better.
Hmm. Okay, I think we're done for Jorvaskr at the moment. We'll come back. Nobody is here because of the rain. Only the guards. Not even the priest that should be here. And I think this is where we wrap it up, near the tree. with this very bad weather. The next time I will be doing some errands still in this district, and then at some point I will go to Dragon's Reach. Don't you agree?
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Sure. Alright.
I really couldn't care less. I've never had any respect for you guys.
You lost your shield. Search Whiterun. Did somebody die here because of the lightning? Imperial bow. I'll take that. Fine. Gold. Nordmead. Yeah, why not? Whiterun's guard armor. Sure. Shield. Let's leave it here. The helmet. Do we want the helmet? Maybe. It's light armor. Steel arrow. How did he die? That's a mystery, but let's loot him anyway. Steel dagger. I'll take that as well, and some clothing. I'll take the fur boots as well, because now we can finally give Sofia some stuff. Interesting. So we're not wrapping it up. Let's check this out before we do that. We acquired an Imperial bow, which is a little bit better than my ancient Nord bow, but my Nord bow has some frost damage to it. So I'm not going to use the Imperial bow just because of that. Faendal might use it though. What else did we get? The helmet, which is better than the helmet I'm wearing now, because that's a light hood. Or isn't it better? 18 versus 16. Torturer's hood is better. Why does it say it's better then? Oh well. Alright, Faendal.
What can I do for you, friend? Of course.
Would you like a bow? It is better than what he carries, right? It's a 9 ancient Nord bow. Yeah, I'll take that off your hands. And you'll get the Imperial bow. There you go. Has he... Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to give it to you. The bow, I mean. There we go. I think he's using it. And about the apparel.
You lead, I'll follow.
I'm all ears. Well, not literally, of course. That's very thoughtful of you.
I have something for you. Give a gift. You can have a Nord bow. How do you like that? And we have some fur boots for you. I'll keep those for myself. We still need to sell some shields. You can have the Whiterun Guard's armor as well. And the helmet.
Yippee! I love holding people's junk.
Is she actually carrying them? Oh, she ain't. Crap. How did that happen then? Well, where is your apparel? Can we give her clothes? Is that the thing? Is that we can't just give her clothes? Why is she carrying a steel sword still? Yeah, because we... Oh, she didn't accept it? We can only give one gift maybe. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure about that helmet though. Your pretty face should be visible. You'll hang on to the guard's armor and the guard's helmet for now. I mean the fur boots. Let's see, that's a 16 armor helmet.
service.
And what do you wear? Also 16. You know what? Your face is less attractive, so let's take your helmet. Let's give it to you.
Yes. Did you want something? I take it by trade. You mean dump all your useless junk on me? Fine.
There we go. I have a hide helmet. No, we do not want to equip that. It's a fine hide helmet, so you know. Oh, she still looks pretty in that. Not as pretty as she were, but still.
Okay then.
She will get different outfits at some point.
What can I get for you?
She needs to look a little bit ugly this for now.
I'm at your service.
So you'll get my this one. Alright, Fainal, I hope you like it.
You lead, I'll follow.
And this is where we ended. Quite a weird turn of events. But yeah, I'll see you until next time, and we'll continue exploring.